Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review. Today, we've got a look at a classic weapon mod, and that is going to be the MP5 by Warfighters Workshop. Specifically, this is going to be the MP5 represented in Modern Warfare 2019. This is going to port over a lot of the really cool assets from that game into Fallout 4. Some of which are going to be very fitting to the Fallout universe, some of which are not. So you're just going to have to pick and choose which parts you like based on the kind of Fallout experience you enjoy. Now, this MP5 is a very, very nice mod to add into your load order. This thing's going to come complete with custom models and textures, custom animations. It will not have leveled list integration. Instead, you're going to craft this thing at the chemistry station. There are also a bunch of unique variants that you can find in the console, which have their own unique custom designs to them. And this mod will come complete with see-through scopes as well as tactical reload support. When you first hop in game and grab this weapon, these are going to be the stats with no attachments and no perks. You're going to have a base damage of 44. It's going to shoot 38 rounds because there are no vanilla 9mm rounds. It has a fire rate of 263 as it is always in fully automatic, has a range of 155, an accuracy of 73, a weight of 8.5 pounds, and a value of 573 caps. As mentioned earlier, this weapon does come complete with custom animations, starting with the equipping animation. It has custom firing sounds as well as a custom reload animation. A custom melee animation. And of course, custom grenade throws. As mentioned previously, there are also a handful of unique variants that you can add in via the console. These are going to have unique looks, however, they are not going to have any legendary effects, though they will have a higher base damage compared to the vanilla version of the weapon. Starting with the Banisher here, which is going to have a nice solid black paint job. This will have some of the attachments that you can add via the weapon's workbench, though they're going to be reskinned to have, again, a solid black paint job over them. Next up, we have the MOT, which is going to have a black, white, and orange skin with a Grim Reaper along with a gravestone on the front. This is very, very cool looking. We also have in the Razor Wire, which is another solid black paint job, though we will have some nice red accents as well as a unique look to one of the foregrips, helping to make this thing stand out from the rest. We also have the Ultimatum, which is going to stand out a lot with its paint scheme, sort of a rose gold with red and white accents. This definitely looks very different compared to the rest of the MP5s in this pack. Then we have the Ashen Skies, which is a really nice paint job. Has a black and white two-tone for the main paint, and then also some yellow and red accents, sort of like an old school plain paint job. Really like that one. Then we also have the Ducat, which is going to add a lot of gold to your MP5, really royal looking. And then my favorite of the bunch is going to be the Admiral's Pride, which has wood furniture along with a gold trim to all of the metallic parts. And this one just looks really, really cool and very fitting for Fallout 4's aesthetic. Moving on to the weapons workbench, we have a good handful of attachments for the MP5, starting out with the receiver. We have two different versions of each receiver that are going to have different aesthetics. Functionally, they will perform the same, though they will look different. The first version is what you see on screen now, a pretty standard MP5, and then the second version is going to look a little bit more worn and beaten, has some tape and some different wrappings, as well as a sling mounted to the side. Definitely fits the junky Fallout 4 style. From there, we have the armor-piercing automatic receiver, the hardened automatic receiver, the hardened piercing automatic receiver, the powerful automatic receiver, the powerful piercing automatic receiver, and the advanced automatic receiver. So this thing will only be an automatic, no semi-auto, really filling that SMG type role. For muzzles, we have the standard muzzle, the flash guard, the tactical suppressor, the muzzle brake, the monolithic suppressor, the lightweight suppressor, the breacher device, which will add some melee damage, and then the compensator. For lasers, we have the option for no laser, a 1 milliwatt red laser, a 5 milliwatt green laser, and the tactical laser, which will help improve accuracy while aiming down sights. For optics, we have a handful of different sights. We have your standard iron sights, the operator reflex sight, the aim-op reflex sight, the Solo Zero Optics mini reflex, the GI mini reflex, the Corp Combat hollow sight, the Cronin LP945 mini reflex, and the PBX Hollow 7. For ammunition, we have the standard, what are supposed to be 9mm magazines, though again, there's no 9mm in the vanilla game, so they're going to use 38s. Then we have the extended 45 round mags, or a rechamber to 10mm, which is going to give you 30 round mags, but an increased overall damage because you're shooting a higher caliber. For the grips, we have the standard grip, the granulated grip tape, the rubberized grip tape, and the stippled grip tape, all of which are going to have different speed to recoil trade-offs. For barrels, we have the standard barrel, the FSS light barrel, the monolithic integral suppressor, the FSS mini, and the subsonic integral suppressor. For stocks, we have the standard folding stock, the classic straight line stock, the F-Tac collapsible, the Forge Tac ultralight, and the FSS close quarters. For underbarrel, we have no underbarrel options. For perks, we have a handful of perks that you can equip to the weapon, which will give you different effects, starting with Blast Shield, which will slice down all of the damage that you will receive while holding this weapon. Heavyweight will increase the amount of weight you can carry while holding this weapon. Ready Up will regenerate your action points faster. ICU is going to give you faster HP regeneration. Marathon will increase your total pool of action points. Quick Draw will reduce the aiming down sight time. Nuclear Born will fortify your rad resistance. Sleight of Hand is going to give you a faster reload speed. Steady Aim is going to increase your hip fire accuracy. Perceptive is going to improve your VATS hit chance as well as reduce your AP cost. Resilience is going to negate falling damage entirely. And Stalker is going to give you increased movement speed while aiming down sights. From there, we have the Prestige section, which is essentially your damage modifier. So in case your load order needs more or less damage, you can go up to Prestige rank 6, which is going to give you plus 100% damage. And then finally, there is a camouflage section, though there are no camos currently. Maybe some will be added in the future. And then finally, we move on to the damage test portion of this video. We will be testing this MP5 3 times, each of which on our standard Deathclaw as a baseline for damage. The first test will be with the base MP5, no attachments and no perks. That way we can see the raw stats of the base weapon when you first pick it up. The second test will be with a fully upgraded 38 receiver, and the final test will be with a fully upgraded 10mm receiver. All of these tests, again, with no perks, so we can just see how the weapon performs on its own, also with none of the prestige damage, just the raw attachments, so you can see how this does with regular modifications. Starting with the standard MP5, let's see how we do against the Deathclaw. Wow, we put that Deathclaw down very fast, especially for not having any perks. Again, these are just the base stats. That was only 13 bullets. Let's see how we do, fully upgraded. And that Deathclaw went down even faster, as to be expected, with only 9 bullets. Let's see how we do in 10mm. And he went down in only 6. So this is definitely a very, very strong weapon. So yeah, that is the Modern Warfare MP5 by Warfighters Workshop. Definitely a really cool new edition of the MP5. I like a lot of the unique variants that have been ported over from Modern Warfare 2019, especially that Admiral's Pride. Definitely a very cool one. So if you want to try this mod out for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a rating. Subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this one, and I hope to see you next time. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.